Happy New Year to you. Happy 2024 to you. Yes, 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 yes. We're engaging for the first time in the year 2024. Oh, so this is what January 2024 looks like, huh? Today is what, Wednesday? Wednesday the 17th of 2024 looks like. See, I've had a really interesting roller coaster January. Yeah. You know what they say, we plan with our hearts, but God decides how, things will turn out. And I'm grateful. I am extremely grateful. My year started off in ways that I never imagined it would. Not the most pleasant type of beginning of the year, but guess what? We're here. I'm here. I'm live. Every part of me is functioning the way it should. Oh, I'm good. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great month. It's going to be a great evening because it's our first edition of Unedited. Yes, it is. That time of the day where your spirit is lifted. See, so we're like the fuel, the energy that, sustains you for as long as possible. We're a very healthy drug. A very healthy energy drug because we bring determination, resilience, persistence. I mean, you go on and on and on and on. The right dose of motivation you need to get through whatever challenge you're going through. And guess who's behind the console today? On the side of production, Mamia Joaquin is in the house. Yes. It's good to have her in person in the house tonight. So what's our story tonight? So our story is a story okay? It's not a story, actually. It's an experience that you're all too familiar with. It's an experience that carried us all throughout the festive seasons in a way that we never imagined. We didn't see it coming. I got the opportunity to meet her before she went into her sing-a-thon. One activity that's put Ghana on the map and set the trend for many more to come. I got the chance to meet Asantewaa before her sing-a-thon. And I kept asking her, I asked her a lot of questions. I asked her, look, are you sure you can do this? How do you intend to prepare for this? How do you even prepare for this? You're not even a musician. But something that stood out for me was her determination. And the rest is history as you know it. She made it happen. And today she joins us on the show to share the whole journey of conceiving the idea, taking steps to, make it happen, and actually going into battle. You know what I mean? And proving all the naysayers, including myself, wrong. I mean, all that I didn't think she couldn't do it or it can't be done. I was just wondering, how does somebody who is not a musician, probably haven't even done voice training or coaching, how's she gonna survive and make this happen? But she did make it happen. We'll get into her mindset when she joins us in the few on the show today. But as always, we've got a song to lift you up. I saw this song during the festive season. I thought it was a very beautiful song, and so I shared it on the page, on our common page, and said, on our very first show, we're gonna play this one. I don't know where you are or where you intend to go this 2024, but wherever you go, I hope that blessings finds you. The grace of God, and we're here. So what else can he do for us? A whole lot more. I'm waiting to connect with Asantewaa. Now, Asantewaa is in the he's supporting the Black Stars, to put it literally, because she's on Ivory Coast. And now she's got big deals going on. She's an ambassador. She needs to, continue to put the map or the name, of a beautiful country up there and up there and up there. So her routine has changed. She's got so much going on for her. She's in Ivory Coast as we speak, and she'll be joining us over the phone in just a few minutes. Well, first of all, we'll find out what the temperature in the Ghana camp is like on the grounds, and then we'll dig into the motivation behind Singathon. She told us that it's to promote music or Ghanaian music, but behind all of that too, I know she had her own personal motivation that led her to do what she did. And that's what I'm interested in. What was it like, even the hours leading to starting the Singathon? What was it like? Where did she spend her last hours, before she went into that competition? What did she eat before then? What kind of training did she do before even the time came? And she had so much love going on. If you've been following her, that she's a woman of many, 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 many hearts. She wears many hearts as an event organizer, as a journalist, as, if you like, a bit of an influencer. And she's been, prior to this, she's had her hands in so many other pageants. So is all of this fame and attention robbing off her personal business as well? Is she cashing in on it? First, is she cashing in on it? We hear so much about her having received a lot of endorsement. How's that converting into sustainable living? That's also very important, because behind all the congratulations and all of that, and then life is going to go on. She's a mother, she's a wife, and all of that. So has family taking it? How's life changed? And is she anxious ahead of the Guinness World Records making the official pronouncement? When she joins us in just a few minutes, we'll engage her on that front. But in the meantime, don't forget that something good is happening in the building right now on 3FM 92.7. It's unedited. Comes your way every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. And of course, you can listen online, Facebook, 3FM 92.7. For all of you who tune on Facebook as well, hey, thank you so much. Looking forward to having your questions and comments as well if you have any for Asantewaa. She's joining us over the phone. All right? And just
I'm in Abidjan at the moment.
So before we go into our conversation, what's the mood like in the Ghana camp where you are right now?
It's a roller coaster of emotions.
Okay.
You have a section where they are so disappointed, and you have another section where they are still anticipating that tomorrow's game will go well. So we have mixed feelings. I can understand. Earlier on, I saw a chance on a video of people praying. Praying. Were you part of the prayer chain? I nearly jumped from my seat down onto the pitch when they scored as the last minute goal.
Oh my!
It was heartbreaking. Yeah, I mean, a draw would have been okay, but to go home, concede another goal, it was terrible.
Anyways, well, we hope that tomorrow we end with smiles, and hopefully you end with smiles as well. But in the meantime, though, of course, you need no introduction, unless, of course, somebody is just coming into to Ghana. I got the chance to meet you before you went into the competition. And I recall asking you quite a number of questions about, are you prepared? Do you have training? How are you going to pull this off? Really, you have done it. And congratulations again. I mean, you didn't just do it for yourself, but you've put Ghana on the map in a way that I don't know if anybody else will be able to do around here. So congratulations to you.
Thank you so much. I don't know, for some funny reason, recently anybody who talks about the Singathon, I get teary.
You get teary. I can imagine.
I got to see a whole lot after, because I couldn't see much in the box.
Right.
So I got to see videos and a whole lot, and it was a big deal. I was lost in my box. So thank you.
Anytime. So let me just ask you, talking about seeing so much more, right? When you came out of the box, did you go to listen to the competition yourself immediately? How long did it take you before you decided, look, let me go watch myself and see exactly what I was doing? And how did that feel?
Okay, so whilst I was in the box, I still have a social media manager who was handling my phone and my social media account. So he did record quite a number of videos. And so when I'm, alone and quiet, I go to my gallery. Right. And I laugh. My goodness.
Oh, you laugh? What were you laughing at? Tell me what you're laughing at.
So when I came out and I saw the trend on TikTok, especially with Jackie's song, I was trying to remember on which day, at what point that happened. And then I realized that, the second day I lost my voice and I decided to sing like a frog. So probably that's the sound that is trending. So I decided to look for that particular portion of the video.
Yes.
And I realized that, this is the source of this. So I was just having fun with it. And I was okay.
So you saw the TikTok challenges with, like you said, the frog sound and voice. Which of the challenges is currently your favorite?
Okay, so now initially it was just Jackie's song.
Yes.
And then later they added, whose song was it? It's like there's something running down. There's another song they attached to it. So now they've made a whole song out of the entire voice issue. So they tag me. I mean, every minute, every second, I have new. I think yesterday or two.
Yes.
Someone tagged me with Mercy Johnson's video with the kids.
Yes.
I saw. Is it Rita? I mean, there were a lot. I'm like, oh wow, people are still excited about this whole thing, and I like it. I mean, it keeps people happy and excited, so it's fine.
Fantastic. Yeah. But watching, I mean, you do what you did on Singathon, really. Did you feel like, oh wow, I thought I was determined, or I thought I was prepared, but look at me. Like, what kind of feeling rushes through you when you watch do what you do?
I rather have regrets of not listening to myself and rather paying attention to the health team and my team and calling it quits on that Friday, because I had really wanted to end on Sunday. And so I watched the videos, especially on the last day, and I'm like, so what made these guys think that I was weak? What made them think that it was okay? Why? Was it because they were tired? So naturally they assumed that, they that are not singing are tired. How come me? I still want to do this till Sunday. So anytime I watch the very last day video, I'm like, these people should have allowed me to go a little further. Because that we had quite some breaks. There was doomsaw at some point.
Yes.
And the second day when I lost my voice, we took quite a longer break.
Yes.
To revive my voice and all that. So I wanted to do more hours to cover up for any deductions that they would do. So if I had done 140 or 150 hours and they decide to take 30 hours out of it, I still have my lead. So that's the only regret I have. But I was not down.
You have regret that you ended at 126 hours, 52 minutes? You call that regret?
Yes, I fired my team off in any time. I remember I'm like, you guys should have allowed me, You guys should have allowed me, because I was having fun. After the
the voice challenge, I think after the third day, I had gained my grounds.
Yeah.
And I really understood what I was going in for. I knew how to battle sleep. I think on the Thursday night, Wednesday night was terrible for me. But Thursday night, I knew the strategies to go around whenever I'm extremely sleepy. So
what was the strategy? What was your strategy when you were sleepy and you were tired?
The strategy was to be jumping, be super hyper. And I remember on Thursday, I requested for Coke, and it worked for me. It took away the sleep at some point.
You requested for what?
There were new strategies for Coke.
Okay.
It made me super hyper because of the caffeine, I guess.
Right.
So I was able to fight the sleep. If you watch I'm looking for a particular video. I wish you could get it for me. I'm told I was arranging the carpet in the box because I was super sleepy.
All right. Because I was going to ask you. I mean, what were you on when you were taking your breaks and all of that? What was it? Did all the food that you had have some level of caffeine? Was it measured?
Those 5 minutes breaks were for me to take some mini naps so that I don't fall asleep or feel sleepy.
Right.
But in my case, anytime you see that blue cover, they are checking my temperature, they are massaging my feet, I'm eating at the same time. I had a whole mouth sore, my tongue, my throat, everything was so hurting that I couldn't eat. That's how come you could see those bottles with honey and warm water on my table. That's the only thing I could take from Wednesday till I ended the attempt. I couldn't eat any heavy meals. So those 5 minute break that you see, those blue, how do you call it? A blue, is it tent or whatever, a cover? I don't sleep. I just eat quickly. They check my BP and everything, and I come back. So I couldn't sleep.
On what day did your medical team advise that, you know what, we know that you really want to do this, but for your health, can you give up on this day? Can you end it? Did that conversation come up?
I think they started the conversation on Thursday nights because I was performing, so I didn't know they were planning that against me.
What did they plan? What was the plan?
So I think when I exceeded the 105 hours, and I did, I think 110 and 115, there they were like, oh, I've so much exceeded the 105, so I don't need to overdo, extra hours. I'll just be hurting myself. So when we when we got to 120, they were like, that is it. It's okay. You've done enough. 120, even if they would take 10 hours off, you have an extra 5 hours, So they started Thursday night, and I was like, no, this can't happen. I want to travel to Sunday. But I think Friday morning, I was working with the team, and if the team is tired and can't travel with me, who am I? I had to give in.
So at a point, you felt like you were going to be starting alone if you don't listen to what the team is advising you to do.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just one person telling you it's okay, you've done enough. It wasn't just two, it wasn't just three.
Yeah.
It was like the whole team had a meeting behind me and decided that, Charlie, the girl has done enough. So, yeah.
At that point, somebody would say, well, you've sung enough Ghanaian songs to promote Ghanaian songs, which is your motive for doing this. Was the reason to continue going that you wanted to set a record that would be difficult for somebody else to set the record or to break the record? Or is it that what was it? Because your motive was to promote Ghanaian music.
I wanted to do the extreme. I knew I had the capability to travel far, because I always tell myself that if you're doing something and you face challenges and you're able to overcome them, the rest is a freebie. You can go as far as you want to go. So I wanted to do to the extent that even anybody tries, it will be difficult, because during my attempt, one of the breaks, I was told there was a guy who was trying somewhere, one of the countries, I've forgotten, that was rushed on the third day to the hospital. And I was like, wow, if a male has been rushed to the hospital trying to attempt the same sing-a-thon,
right?
And I'm a female, and I'm on the fourth day, and I have the capabilities to travel. Let me go far so that nobody can even, beat or break. Yeah.
I see you're a strong lady. That's definitely, but in your diet,
with the mind.
Yeah, in your diet, in your water. What did you have in there? Glucose? What? You were chewing raw coffee?
No, I didn't do coffee. It was just honey and warm water.
Okay.
And then maybe in between I do glucose, but it was more of honey and warm water, especially when my voice coach came around. And I think Thursday, I sometimes I see the Thursday videos and I'm like, wow, was I doing this? Because I couldn't do, my tongue was so reddish and there was no space in my mouth to even accommodate a grain of rice. So it was just warm water and honey. There was nothing like coffee.
Wow. You were not.
My body can't. My coffee can't do anything to me. If I take coffee, I'll sleep.
You'd rather sleep. Interesting. Yeah. I know you. Of course, you wear a lot of hats, including being an event organizer, and a couple of things as well. I'm sure this attention that you're getting is also rubbing off your business, isn't it? Is that the case?
Yes, it is, and it's surprising. I mean, the mileage is not one that anyone would want to joke with.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep saying that regardless of the outcome, what keeps me going or what makes me really fulfilled, first of all, is how united we became as Ghanaians and we still are. And the opportunities, the economic benefits that happened on the grounds, the networking that went on, how it has affected my brand, my socials, my numbers. I mean, that's enough.
How's this transformed your family? Psychologically, has it bonded the family even more? Economically, has it began transforming the fortunes of the family? And give me specifics if you don't mind. I saw you in a new car recently. There's somewhere around. Should I give details?
Don't do this.
You see, I'm very up to date with you.
No, which car was that? I was even told the vice president gave
this one was, I think it was unregistered. This was unregistered.
That one I got it before.
Should I give the date and time and the hour, the lane, the lane you
wait. That car, we got it before Singleton.
Oh, you did?
A new baby
it was a new baby.
Singleton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But
I'm yet. No, I will not even say anything. It's fine.
Oh no! Come on! We're having a conversation.
No.
Let's talk about. I won't. See, I'm not gonna give her any more details. But you tell me though, how has this transformed the fortunes of a family?
Hey, fortune.
Yes.
Miriam, we are okay.
Oh, Asantewaa, see, there are some people who are writing your net worth right now on social media. I want verification from you.
No, I don't know if I'm a twin because sometimes I see some stories and I'm like, hey, man.
Tell me one that you saw and you thought, hey, is this still Asantewaa they're writing about? Tell me.
So they said I have a son. And I had the son in 2019. Meanwhile, I have 3 beautiful girls. I don't have a son. And another one I saw that they said my dad is a drummer. I said, hey, I'm papa for drum that. My dad is not a drummer. They said I got married in 2017. I did not get married in 2017. They said I have an album I released in
2018 called Singleton.
I have a song with Last Made. And last minute, a mentor, and I am a boy. It's not mentor.
You're so funny, eh? Oh my gosh! But definitely, I mean, all of this, in as much as yes, you have achieved what you set out to do. Draw attention to Ghana. Draw attention to music from Ghana. People definitely will show appreciation, right? I know, for instance, now you're a tourism ambassador. That keeps you very busy. That definitely puts some extra cash in your pocket. But, I've had also the opportunity.
The cash bit.
And nobody does. There's nothing free in this country right now. But, on a more serious note, I'm sure that some companies may want to approach for brand endorsements and all of that, brand influence and deals.
We've had a few engagements with some companies, and I'm sure when I return to Ghana, we'll start with outdooring a few.
Yeah.
I mean, the action was equally important that I come.
Yeah.
I'm doing a few influencing jobs for MTN. And the Ministry of Sports also decided to bring me so that I join the campaigning for Be Positive on and off the pitch. I mean, make sure that Ghanaians show love to the Black Stars in times like this.
Right.
And also, we have a replica of the Akwaba village in Accra here in Abidjan. We call it the Ghana Akwaba village.
Nice.
Which was put together by the Ghana Tourism Authority. So we were hoping that after the first game, if we had won, we would have done a second phase of the Singathon here.
All right.
In Abidjan, where we would be jamming to Ghanaian songs at the Ghana Akwaba village, but it didn't happen. So I'm just, praying that tomorrow we win our game, and then I'll go back to what I love doing best, to still sing Ghanaian songs at the Ghana Akwaba village. So there's a lot in store.
Let me ask you: Are you considering taking up music full time? Is it something you've got, something that's on your plate?
No.
As a musician?
That's not my calling. I'm not a musician.
That's not your calling.
And it would be so unfair to my Ghanaian artists to do that, because all this while, deep down my heart, this was for them. This was not about me. So I wouldn't want to take advantage. No. What I can do best is, if any artist releases a song, I will do my best to make sure that I use the platform that Ghanaians have blessed me with, or the African continent has, or even the world, because I have a lot of people following me now. I'll use that opportunity rather to promote the artist songs rather than me go to the studio to do stuff about me or for me.
Interesting. I'm told this was not your first application, or if I may, not your first attempt with the Guinness World Records. Is that true? Have you? Well, somebody. Well, I heard it around. But let me ask you though, how many times did you write to the Guinness World Records to attempt to do something?
Once. I can show it to you.
Once.
I have just once. I applied in September, I think between 21st and 29th. I don't know the exact date.
Yeah.
It was just once.
I see.
Once. Yeah.
Interesting. Of
just
course.
Once. I was thinking the first response would come in December, not knowing I was actually going to do the attempt in December. It was just once.
Wow. Interesting. I know that GWR is yet to officially, make that announcement,
yeah, they said
right?
They are reviewing my content.
Yeah,
and I know they will enjoy the content.
I'm sure they would, especially when they add all the TikTok challenges to it.
I said I told my husband, I said, honey, they said they shouldn't jam. They said Ghanaians are not supposed to sing. And they were busy singing.
On the back of that, really, do you get a bit urgy when you, this waiting to hear from Guinness officially, does it make you a bit urgy sometimes? Real talk.
It would have been a different story if I wasn't fulfilled.
Yeah.
I keep saying that regardless of the outcome.
Right.
The accounts have been saying, Nipa behavior one being.
Right.
I've done my bit. I've contributed. Either ways, whether we win or lose, it was done.
Yes.
And the most important thing is the empowerment bit.
Yeah. The
inspirational bit that people have drawn from this.
Absolutely.
How united we have become. If they say, girl, you did 126.52. You know what? We've deducted everything. We think you did 106. Congratulations. I don't mind. Fantastic. If they say, girl, you did 126, we took everything out, you did 5 hours, I don't mind. I'm glad I did some. And I encourage other people to also do some.
Absolutely.
If you don't do it, don't complain.
Absolutely. Of course, it's no mean task. Really, it's not. We've seen other people do their attempts
daring,
as well.
I'm very daring.
Oh, of course I do.
If they say, girl, you didn't make it, I was like, okay, can we do it again?
Are you kidding me?
We don't mind. And this time around, I could do 2 weeks because I know what goes into it.
All right, hold on. You're saying, Asantewaa, if Guinness came back to you and said that, Asantewaa, I want to establish this fact. You're saying that if Guinness came back to you and said that, Asantewaa, we think that you did this much, it's not enough to break the current record. You are willing to do a second, to do this again, and this time even go 2 weeks?
You know, failure is part of the success story. Sometimes I see certain comments, people are laughing, they are laughing about certain videos, and I'm like, they don't understand life. If you don't fail, you won't succeed. Sometimes when it's God's orchestration, you skip failure and you become successful. And sometimes too, it's God's orchestration, but He knows the best for you. So if they say we didn't make it, it's not the end of the. I mean, there are people who have tried longest singing marathon, I think 4 times, 5 times. They've not even gotten to the 4th day. I was able to do 5 days. So if they say my 5 days isn't enough, if they said I think as part of the special guidance, kids are not supposed to be at the venue, which I don't have full control over, because you cannot tell a parent not to bring the child. You know, there's some minor special guideline rules that it will happen. You have no control over. So if they, based on such minor stuff, to say that, okay, girl, you didn't make it, we know what we were not supposed to do that made it happen, we'll go again. We don't mind.
You go again?
Yeah. Unless my body fails me, unless something, but my mind is ready, I'm physically ready, psychologically ready. Unless Ghanaians say, girl, we are okay. Even that, it's not about we are okay. It's about making it happen. So we are ready.
I love your outlook on life, really. Haven't met you before you went in this competition. The first time we met, I knew there was just something about you that first of all, you don't take a no for an answer. You're extremely self-motivated. Would you attribute that to your upbringing? Or is it what life has taught you?
My mom, I'm just, how do I say that? I'm just a replica of my mom. My mom doesn't take no for an answer. She's a very hard worker. She has retired. She was the procurement officer in the Ghana Health Service. And I could see her wake up in the lowest moments, the lowest of days, do extraordinary things. Sometimes I know that we don't even have a kobo. But this woman will serve you the best meal and you wonder where this is coming from. So I didn't have any mentor growing up apart from a distant one, which was Gifty Auntie, that I really aspired to become like her. That is why I'm back on my journalism journey. But aside that, physical empowerment, inspiration came from my mom.
From your mom.
So I barely take no for an answer. And I believe that if you tell me no today, we will meet again somewhere and you definitely say yes. I'll give you a reason to say yes. And that has been my guide.
Interesting. Your girls, your daughters.
Yeah.
When you finished the competition, right? When they came to you, what did they say? What did any of them say to you that, got you very emotional?
So let me make you laugh.
Tell
me. The very first time they saw me,
the
last girl said, Mommy, I can sing your song. I said, okay, which song? We are going heaven. And I'm like, okay. I didn't know that song is now mine. Apparently, they were sitting down minutes, seconds, every hour watching me. And the last girl didn't understand why sometimes I was lying on the floor. She thought mommy was sick, so she would cry. Interesting conversations because they were with my dad. My dad would come to the venue when I go on break. She would just tell me, your girls say they love you. And that really encouraged me. And knowing very well that they were watching me, I know I couldn't let them down because they can really tease me, especially the first one. She doesn't take it lightly with me at all. And she's equally on TikTok, so she could hear and see all the trends that is going on.
How old is she?
Okay, so on 28th December, I was in the box and that was her birthday. I couldn't celebrate with her. She's 11 now.
She's 11 now. And she's on TikTok, right?
Say again?
You said she's on TikTok?
Yeah, she goes on TikTok on my account. She goes to search my account and watches all the videos that I post and read comments.
Okay. Were there some of the comments that she came back to you and was a bit, worried about? Oh, mommy, somebody said this about you, and mommy, somebody said that. that were a bit distasteful.
Okay, so I think she saw a comment that said I collapsed. And she said, Mommy, I didn't see you collapse. I watched you from Sunday to Friday. You didn't collapse. So why are they saying you collapsed? And I think there's one other message that she saw that the Nigerians were, arguing with the Ghanaians. And she said, so Mommy, you can't go to Nigeria again. Would they hurt you? And I said, no, it's not what you see on social media that happens in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, those on social media are not the people that I meet in everyday life. They are just sharing their thoughts and opinions. So we had an intensive conversation. It was brief, but it was very deep. And she's okay now. She's very okay.
What lessons would you want people who watch you do what you did? What lessons do you want them to draw from it?
Before the record attempts, there were lots of arguments, lots of insults, lots of encouragement, a lot. And the only message today, or via your platform, I'll share is that it's about time we embrace new things. We are too comfortable. Anytime somebody introduces something new, before Ghanaians will analyze, sit down and accept, it will take them a decade. And they will fight, they will insult, they will discuss, do everything before they accept it. But I believe that if we move out of our comfort zones and we try new stuffs, Miriam, it will amaze you the kind of change we will have as Ghanaians.
Absolutely.
People doubted that I could do it. People were like, I was too reserved to do this. We don't even know if she knows the lyrics of the songs she has listed and all that. But at the end of the day, when we came together and we did it together. It's not about me. So I will urge all Ghanaians that whoever comes up with something, let's take our time, let's listen, let's read more about it. They could have even been our guide, right?
Yes.
This kids thing I was saying, if I shared a lot of special guidelines with my social media followers, and most of them could even tell that, girl, at this point, we're not supposed to do this. Some would even tell my team, tell Afua not to be sitting too much. So people were into what I was doing. That was beautiful. So moving forward, I believe that if we come together as one, we will achieve great things.
Well, I mean, you've said it all. I don't know what else to say. And talking about, starting something and having people support you. I see so many other people have taken up the attempt.
But the support was massive, Miriam.
Yes.
In
absolutely.
The box, when it's late in the night, because the light is on in my box, I could barely see the last person outside. So initially, I thought I was dealing with a few people. I think about a few meters away from my glass. I thought I was dealing with about 50 to 100 people, not knowing I was dealing with numbers.
Yes.
And I was told that I passed a funny comment that they should go and sleep already.
Oh, you did? that was around what time? 12 midnight?
I mean, I was like, so they won't go home? It was so shocking that some people, I could tell that there were ladies and guys who were there throughout for like continuous 2-3 days.
Yeah.
And they were still there. I don't know what time they bathed. They were worried about if I was bathing, but I was equally worried about them standing on their feet for those long hours. And it tells you how Ghanaians can love you.
Absolutely.
And I don't take it for granted. I don't know what I would do to say thank you to Ghana, but if there's anything I would do to say thank you to Ghana, I'm still thinking. If you have ideas, Miriam, share them with me.
We will talk.
I just want to say thank you to Ghana, because what I saw, I don't know. Miriam, you have to put like 5-10 artists together to see that kind of massive love I received.
Yeah.
So if you would thank them for me, I will appreciate.
See, to say I thank them is an understatement. I mean, we are all very proud of you for what you have done. And especially the artists, I'm sure, because you have taken,
they did great.
Yes, creating awareness around your music to a whole new level.
I heard some people discussing that some people did not come to Miriam and you'll be unable to me about.
Yes.
Not everybody would have made it, but some reached out to me in my DMs. Unfortunately, I'm not that type that love to screenshot stuff and to prove a point. But there are some who came to my DM to show me love. And the point where I could tell that Ghana was rallying behind me was when I go for a break in my tent and I return, the clapping, I hear them. I'm like, what is happening? I cry. I cry.
Oh, there's a famous picture of you crying. I mean, that's epic. Whoever took that photo, man. Have you met? You've met the photographer, right?
Yes. He came to the Royal Sanctuary, but I was not crying. That was sweat.
Oh, right.
I think
okay.
I danced for a while and I was sweating, so that was not tears.
I see. It looked like you were crying. Anyways.
No. It was tears. Anytime I was sad, I grabbed my puppy toy.
Yeah.
That's the name my girls call their teddy bear. They call it puppy toy.
Happy toy.
And they told me that, Mommy, you must go with our puppy toy. I said, okay, anytime I miss you, I'll hug my puppy toy.
Oh, puppy
so
toy,
if you
rather, not happy.
carry the puppy toy, it means that I miss them. Yeah.
Oh. Well, unfortunately, my time is up here. See, I wish I had so much more. Yeah, because there's still so much to talk about. Somebody sent me a message asking me to ask you, what was the last meal you ate before the competition started?
That was Saturday. No, that was Saturday dawn. No, Saturday late night, right?
Yeah. What did you have? Do you remember the last food you ate before the competition started?
If I mention it, I'll be promoting the brand. So I'm not going to.
Oh, okay. So it was from a food joint. Was it from a food joint?
We ordered a meal. We ordered a meal as a team.
Okay. What was it? Rice, kinky? What was it?
It was rice.
It was rice. Okay. All right. So the last
meal. It was rice. But I think after I immediately started, I did 4 hours straight, so I couldn't find the rice in my system anymore. And I was craving for ampesi and gobe, and they were rather looking for pancake for me. I'm told the dietitian said I needed green tea and stuff. Knew I needed some fufu and gobe. And so from Sunday to Tuesday, I had not eaten properly. It was just water and Tom Brown, rice water. Hey, my bro.
Brother, but I mean, you've set the tone for, attempts like that. Chef Faila came on right after you, and my goodness, I'm sure you've also seen the love and the energy and I mean the response that she has also received.
At Royal Sanctuary, I was taking a shower and then I called my husband that I want to go and visit Faila because I've been in that box before.
Yes.
And I was reading a whole lot on social media. Sometimes people do not understand what it takes to be in our shoes. So I'm the best person to go and give her the morale that she would need or she needs. So he said, okay, let's do this. So I quickly booked our ticket and then we went to support her. So seeing her in person in that box, I was very okay. I wanted to see her.
Oh, you went on your own cost? You went on your own cost?
Yes, I went on my own cost.
I see. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went on my own. We were a team of 4, my manager, my husband, and then my event manager. So Ascot Productions, I have my employees as well. So that's my event manager, my husband, and then my official photographer.
Yeah.
And then we went. Yeah. So I just needed to make sure that technically things were okay and they wouldn't repeat certain minor mistakes that we did, basically.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to having you in the studio when you're back in Accra. I wish you
that will happen when Black Stars come. Don't laugh. Don't do that.
Well, fingers crossed, though. Fingers crossed. See, let's wait to see what happens tomorrow.
Ghana is it to be a beautiful game, but regardless of the outcome.
As for the game, it will be beautiful. It's the outcome that we don't know. We don't know. But I will definitely eat before the game. Maybe the answer and the game not started.
Definitely. Don't worry. I'm available for you. Okay?
All right. Asantewaa, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you too.
Thank you so much for making time for us. All right. So that's Asantewaa for you. Yes. Oh, boy. No, don't tell me you weren't inspired by that. Tell me that this is what you needed to hear to spur you on. I don't know what you are up to in this year 2024. I don't know what you're trying to break or make. But whatever it is, remember that giving up is not an option. She didn't give up. You shouldn't. If it's within your means to do it, make it happen. My time is up here. Thank you so much. A big thanks to Mami Ajuakan, to entire production, to Amaka as well on social media, and to DJ Phil as well for technical support. And of course, Solution from the technical end as well. My time is up here. Up next is Lord with the news at 8 p.m. But hey, don't forget that I told you that this year, blessings gonna find you. Yeah? Have a great one.